What's up, man? How are you doing?
What up, John?
I guess Sean gave us the great news of DeMar being in that team meeting. Can you describe the emotion of seeing him and his gestures and words?
Man, we got our boy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. We got our boy. The excitement was beautiful. It was amazing. It has given us so much energy, so much, bright, high spirits, whatever you want to call it. It has given it to us to see that boy's face, to see him smile, see him go like this in the camera. It was everything. So, and then to hear him talk to us, it was literally everything, and that's what we needed. Literally, that's all we needed, and it was done.
Can you give us a sense of truly almost the switching of the vibe and the feel with amongst you guys on the team, from the uncertainty of certainly Monday and Tuesday to the update Wednesday, yesterday, and now today? Just how drastic of a change your emotions and the feelings have been in that building?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster, but it's a roller coaster that has never been ridden. So it took us up, it kind of went down and then it took us back up. So it was a unique experience. It still is. Like, it's far from over. So, but the good thing about it is it's a positive energy right now for whatever roller coaster you want to call it. We're on a positive ride, and right now where we got to see our guy, and we got to see Three smile, and that's literally all we wanted. Like, he's here with us, and that's all that we can ask for, is that he's taking steps forward. So it's still very emotional for a lot of guys, and we're happy, we're blessed, and extremely thankful. Like, all of the guys that have been working on him and taking care of him, and all of the love and the prayers, it's been working. So it doesn't mean stop now. It means go even harder. So we just got to keep pushing, keep prayer, keep that love, and everything seems to work well when everybody is on the same page. So let's keep working together from every part of this country, and get this man back to 100%.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Dion.
Yep.
Hey. How has it been to watch the entire nation and their outpouring support for DeMar, for your team, for you guys? What has that been like to watch happen over the last 3 days, from support to prayers to that GoFundMe even going well over $7 million?
It's super lit, Maddie. It is lit. If that's the word that we could describe it, it is lit. It is a beautiful litiation. It is amazing that people choose to do something and they get it done. Everybody took their hats off with, oh, this is not our team, this is their team, just let them do it. And everybody just came together. And it is a beautiful sight. Chasing M's is more so like chasing billions now. So it is a beautiful thing. And it's amazing that he can, be aware and see what's going on in his life, because it's a drastic change, and it's a drastic change. And like, with his story and everything that's going to keep coming with what has happened, he's changed so many lives, and he's opened up so many eyes of people to really just understand that in a split second, life can be this or it can be that. So hopefully people are walking with just a little bit more positive steps in their life, because it's a special thing to have, and we're all blessed to be like on this call. So let's keep those high faiths and those high spirits, and let's keep God first.
Dion, how close is this team after what you guys have gone through?
Well, if the team wasn't closer, if the team wasn't close and before, Maddie, this just put the cherry on the top in a positive way. It has definitely just made it a permanent glue, which, was there, but it just kind of just melted it down just a little bit more. But we were already extremely close group, but with something like this like happening, it just takes it, to unexplainable place, honestly.
And then last one for me, we talked to Brandon Beane earlier this morning, and he said that he had been in Cincinnati for a couple days with DeMar and his family and chose to stay back. What can you say about what type of leader your general manager is to kind of say, I don't need to be in Buffalo. I can be in Cincinnati, and that's where I need to be?
Like, I just think that is a testament of our entire building, because if we all could have stayed, we would have stayed. So I think Brandon took that initiative to carry everybody on his back of us being present there. Like Tabani Richardson and was there, Nate and was there as well. And our guys, like, it's a brotherhood, it's a family. And I definitely tip my hat to every person that has stayed back. And not to say that is a lot, but it's just saying that it's more than football. It's more than just saying, all right, the medical staff has it, let them do it. Like, that's like that extra bit of why Buffalo is so special. So honestly, now when like I think of it more, right? So like now, and when people are like, why Buffalo? Why in Buffalo? This is that reason why. If this doesn't answer that question, then you really don't know the true meaning of love, because, Brandon Beane and Nate and Tabani has all shown it. And, I'm thankful to have a GM, and I'm thankful to be in an organization like this, because there's so many guys in this building that pour love out every single day. And to see one of our top peers, use it and show the example of love, like, it's everything. It truly is.
Thank you, Dion.
Yeah, for sure, Maddie.
Hey, Dion, Mike Giardi, NFL Network. How are you?
What up, Marty from the car?
It's Mike, but it's all right. Marty,
Mike from the car.
Close enough. Hey, what I wanted to ask you, you put Denny, you made him trend on Twitter.
Okay.
When you put that tweet out. And I know it was a horrifying scene of what happened, but can you just speak to the job that they did to, as you said, you got your boy. Yeah,
Mike. So truly, if you think about the actual work that goes into doing that procedure, it is extremely hard to consistently do something over and over and over and over and over until it changes. Like, it could be 2 minutes, it could be 3 minutes, it could be 30 seconds, it could be 10 seconds, however long it is. Like, that's almost like running a conditioning test. So when I see it like that, I see it for the physical amount and the mental amount of strength that it took Denny to continue to do it and do it and do it, and not say I'm tired and somebody else switch or all of those other things that I don't know that the medical staff has to learn to, attempt and perform. But it's amazing. Like there's like, that just shows, right? And I'm so different, like in my mind, but it's like, it just shows that there's so many different teams all in one. And that's what makes this organization so special, right? Like, we have the football team, we have the quarterback room that is in its own entity. We have the O-line that's in its own, like that's in its whole, the strength staff, the management, the priests, the doctors, the head trainers, the young trainers. And with Denny and his crew doing that, it just showed that they were ready for that moment. They were ready when their number and was called. And we preach this every day. Do your 111th. And Coach preaches this, and McDermott preaches this. And Denny, for sure, took his 111th and scored that touchdown. And he scored that winning touchdown for our guy, for his life. And it can never fully be, what is the word. Like, it can never be fully repaid, because that's an unpriceable act. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. It truly is. And if you can't see, I am so excited. I'm so thankful. And it is true. It really is.
I think everybody's been lifted up by it, Dion. Thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you. Mike, my dog. I will not forget you. Don't worry.
We're good. We're good.
Show.
Hey, Dion, it's really good to hear from you, especially with the good news today. When Sean was telling us about the FaceTime with DeMar, he was saying that, they didn't want to say what was going to happen, just, not knowing up until then if he'd be able to get on. But when he said, like, we've got a treat for you guys, can you take me through kind of all of that of just, not knowing for sure what was going to come on, but seeming like maybe you guys felt it?
Yeah, we felt it. It was more so McDermott. Look, and McDermott gave it away. I'm gonna just say it. True. We know our coach. He's a very straightforward guy, and the amount of expression that he walked into the team room with, you already knew. If you're smiling and like this, and you have a nice little walk, Sean McDermott. It's only one thing that you could be that happy for. So just give it to us now. So it was kind of given, and because McDermott is so true in itself as well that it was almost impossible for him to hide it. So he gave it away. Simply as that.
We've heard from Sean, from some of your teammates yesterday, just about how you guys have had the space you need to process what's going on. And obviously there's been so much good news today, but you mentioned, it's a roller coaster. I think it'll still, even after good news on DeMar, hard to sit with everything that happened when it was so heavy. What has that been like for you of just, it's different for every guy on this team, but being able to process this?
Everybody's situation is drastically different. Like I had a situation similar. And so I dealt with it excuse me, like I dealt with it in a different way. Not to say that I was prepared, but in a way, when you go through situations that remind you of a situation, it can help or it can hurt. And for mine, it was able to help just knowing that he was in the best care that he could be in. And when we were getting like our updates, like, a lot of people were thinking about all of the other aspects, but it really just came down to like his breathing levels and him staying over a certain breathing level and getting better. So I just took it for like the smaller individual battles and not the whole battle. But he's been knocking those small battles out. So that helped me personally, if it's a personal question, very, very, very well.
And just to make sure I'm understanding that right, are you saying that, bless you, that you had also had something where there had been a medical emergency that it was reminding you of? Is that what you meant? Oh, sorry.
Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're so good. I just wanted to make sure I was understanding right. Were you saying that it reminded you of a different medical situation or?
Yes. It reminded me of a situation that I had went through during camp. And that was one for its own. But yeah, it was a situation I had went through personally and myself, but not for myself, but somebody that is true to me.
Gotcha. Sorry, just wanted to clarify. I appreciate that. Thanks, Dion. Sure.
Hey, Dion, going off of your question or your response to Catherine there, how much was your team there for you? And what do you think DeMar is feeling right now after you've gotten to experience some of that?
Can you ask the second part one more time so I can hear it?
What do you think DeMar is feeling after how much his teammates and especially the entire country, after you got to experience that with your teammates being behind you, coming off of what your answer to Catherine was, what do you think DeMar is feeling right now?
Strength, just simply strength. I think that he sees that the world has his back. And then I think he sees that his teammates and his brothers and his family and his immediate people have his back. And when people have your back positively and unconditionally, it just gives you strength. And I think that that's why when we first seen him, he went just like this. So it's a beautiful feeling. And I definitely think that he's feeling stronger than he was. And that's all a positive and not a negative.
When you were in that situation, how much did you need that, Dion?
When I was in that situation, what?
I'm sorry. When you were in that situation, how much did you need that?
How much did I need it? Well, I took my situation different because I didn't tell anybody. Like, this is kind of like the first time that I spoke about it, and I really didn't even speak about it. But it was just different. Like, like any help is good help. And it takes the individual to want to seek help. So like at that time, I was just handling it how I handled it. And, I made out like okay. But yeah, hopefully I answered it. Sorry if I did.
No, that's okay. And you talked about the roller coaster ride since Monday. Could you kind of take us through that from Monday until today, where you finally got to feel some real joy?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you the smaller, simpler answer. You really go from the saddest that you could ever really feel to the happiest that you could feel in a short, drastic time. And the sad is the saddest of the sad, where you really don't know what to do because you really can't do anything. And then when you're happy, then you just bring it to life of kind of getting back on your routine and then just adding more prayer to it.
Thanks, Dion.
You're welcome.
Hey, Dion.
Bro.
You good?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good,
What's up with everybody in the car? What's up?
I'm outside the stadium doing TV. What do you want from me?
Come on.
I'm stuck in the cold.
Right.
I wanted to ask you, you're one of the leaders on this team, and you've kind of been here for a while. How did you see the guys, the leaders, the veterans on this team, or maybe guys who aren't? Sean mentioned that guys who aren't captains kind of stepped up and spoke. How have you seen your teammates kind of step up and be there for each other this week?
Yeah. How I always speak on being vulnerable. I think this has opened up a door to people showing their vulnerable self and being okay with understanding that we're not meant to be perfect and we're not meant to, have the right answer for what's like going on. But I definitely think, to simply say it, that it has opened up everybody's like vulnerability bank where they're being true to their true self and they're showing their true colors. Cause, we're built and we're molded to like be like these big macho man, like, oh, they can't and get hurt. We're superhuman. We run super fast. We play a gladiator sport, and then, something happens. So it takes a chink of armor off. So it just shows the true person, which makes them open up verbally to, sharing their situation, which, impacts everyone's lives.
We saw Sean talked about with us yesterday. He made it an emphasis to say, like, mental health is important. And, if you kind of like you were just talking about, like, if you need help, that's important. How impactful for you guys is it that you have a coach that's, saying that publicly, that like getting help is a sign of strength? Yeah.
It's beautiful, truly, because mental health and any type of help that is available, the coach makes it available for us. And for a coach to understand his players and to understand that we're human and not perfect, it's a good thing.
Thanks so much, Dion.
Yeah, thank you. Damn, his throat. I don't know what's going on with Dion.
Hey, Dion. How you doing, man?
What up, brother?
Hey, from the last snap you guys took in Cincinnati, you got to take a snap this Sunday, that first snap. I know you guys are talking about it, but is that tough to do? I mean, just to get in there, get your first hit. What's that like?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what it is like. We've never been in this situation, so I don't have a positive answer that I can be confident with giving you. But I don't know. it is an answer that we can only answer after that first snap happens, because this is a very, very unique situation. And for everybody, that answer is going to be different. And I don't know. I really don't. It'll be emotional. It really will be. It will be very, very emotional. But I really don't know.
As you talk about emotions, I mean, what are we carrying in? Does the team, I know the fans are, and was the team carrying in we're on the highest of highs with the great news of tomorrow that we are going to go in and play a mean game. You guys looking to really get at it, as you always are. But I mean, I don't know. The energy's got to be high, right?
So what I think you're trying to ask is like you're trying to say will this fuel us in a positive way? Yes, yeah. Of course it will for sure fuel us. This is great news. It's great energy, and we understand that we have a job to do. And with the good things that are coming every day, every couple of hours from the updates, they're all positive. So they can't chop us. It can only make it better. So from where we're at now, it'll put us in a better headspace. But we want to win, and that's regardless of the situation. We are athletes, we're competitors, and we want to win. So we're going to use all the positives to help us win for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
See you, buddy.
Bye, bye.
Hey, Dion, to follow up on those unknowns of what it's going to be like to play this game, generally you guys are so much about like routine and things like that. So how do you kind of, I don't know if it like embrace is the right word, but how do you accept that this is so different? Like what helps you guys kind of understand, like you can't change it. How do you adapt your mindset to then when it's so different than the routine you guys are used to?
Well, you kind of just take it as you go, and you kind of just build as you go. There's like we're pros, so we've learned like how to, use our brains to help us adapt to the situations, whether it's cold, like in a Chicago game, or whether it's raining, or whether it's a snowstorm. Like you kind of just adapt with your situation. So we're all adapting and creating our road as we step. Our road is fully, blocked. So like it's foggy. So every step is becoming clearer and clearer.
And then just to jump topics for one thing, I know you talked about DeMar's charity already. You know what it's like to be able to find ways to give back to the community during a football season. And, I think that's hard for guys to figure out early in their career sometimes too. But obviously DeMar's been doing this since college. Even just what stands out to you about the ways that even before this, when it was maybe a bit quieter, a bit more behind the scenes, that he was already finding ways to like carve out time to give back?
Yeah, like that just shows his person. And he's on a younger tier of players. So he's taking the steps to be what it's all supposed to be about. And even though like he's doing it and he's been doing it, but now, he is going to have, just bigger steps while he's doing it. So like, it's all a process. So like, you create your foundation, you get out there, you get in front of kids, you help the community, you donate, you volunteer, you do things over and over, and then it adds up. So he was doing all of the steps to, be the next Walter Payton man of the year, or whatever is supposed to come with those steps. And he's just been taking those steps for when it's his turn, it'll be his turn.